Welcome back to another video. Today we're actually in the mountains in the central North Island of New Zealand. Heading out to see some more waterfalls. The weather's pretty grim today, but you know what that means. The waterfalls be flowing, so should be good. So yeah, just go check it out and yeah, see what we find. Absolutely stunning waterfall. Not really much we can do in terms of composition. I mean, you pretty much walk out onto the rocks and it's probably the best place to take the photo anyway. So I'm just sort of, at the moment, just firing off a few shots, playing around with the shutter speeds, trying to figure out what sort of water movement I like the best. When the water's flowing like this, it gets quite tricky. Sometimes you prefer a 1 second exposure when it's a bit slower, but when it's this fast, you know, sometimes even a quarter of a second's fine. I'll keep shooting from this spot for a little bit. I'll put those photos up for you to have a look at, and then I might go for a little bit of a walk along the rocks there, try and get a little bit closer. But to be honest, I think this is probably the best composition. It's always nice when you don't have to work too hard for it. So as you can see, I've come down a little bit closer to the falls. Just having a look around at the moment, trying to figure out another composition. There are a few small trees and things around I might be able to try to use to frame the waterfall. It's always very tricky to do. But failing that, maybe a wide angle of this sort of cauldron sort of area, I guess, for lack of a better word. So I can see what I can do. I'll show you my frame once I find something. So I've been playing around with some shots in here for a while, trying to use some of this greenery. It's not perfect, but it's very difficult. Tell ya, the things I do to try and get a good shot. It's so awkward around here, scrambling around. Can't even talk right now. The things I do, scrambling around rocks, slippery rocks, trying to get a good photo is ridiculous. But anyway, I hope I got a couple of good shots. So beautiful, so beautiful. That's all what you really want to do in these sort of areas, is just try and do it justice when you're taking your photos. It's always good as well just to stop and just take it in. Stop taking photos and just sit and admire it for a bit. So beautiful. I hope you liked the shots that I put up. Not too sure where this video is going to go. There's a few off-trail places I want to go check out. I can't really promise anything because I've got no way of knowing what's actually there. It's only a few waterfalls and streams and rapids and things that I've seen on the topo maps. but that doesn't always mean that they're always flowing, although in these conditions they should be, or I'd hope that they are. But then actually getting there is a whole nother battle, so either you'll see me walking around aimlessly, or you see some nice waterfalls later on in this video, so stay tuned. That'll probably happen later on this afternoon. Right now, it's time for a nap. Right, well, we're back on the trail again. I sort of decided to abandon the idea of going off trail and exploring because the conditions are just not good at all. I'll turn it around. As you can see, it's just very, very miserable, and visibility is not great. Probably there's going to be plenty of more rain on the way as well. Yeah, so not an ideal afternoon for hiking, so I decided to stick to a well-formed trail. I think even being out hiking in these conditions isn't great in an alpine environment. It's not overly far where I'm going, it's only a couple of kilometres. Things get a bit too hairy, bit too wet, bit too windy. You can always just turn around. So we'll be right. So yeah, anyway, this trail is just heading directly towards a waterfall. It's quite a popular one, but obviously with the weather being the way that it is, it's just me on the trail. There's no other cars at the parking lot, so I don't expect to see anyone out here, which is good for photography. I can talk to the camera without getting any camera shyness. So anyway, stay tuned and we'll see what we can find, and hopefully the weather doesn't turn for the worst and we get where we're going. Definitely on a bit of an exposed section up here, so the wind's definitely picked up. Visibility's pretty poor. I mean, it's a good thing we've got a trail, because in that direction I can see that's probably 30 meters, then I don't know what's beyond there. In the other direction as well, probably 30 meters, no idea what's in that direction. So this is exactly why I decided to come on a nice easy trail, because when visibility is this poor, you need to know where you're going, because when you can only see 30 meters in front of you, you could very well be walking towards a cliff and barely even notice. So I think I made the right call on taking the easy route this afternoon. Still not ideal. Oh, better than sitting inside doing nothing though, right? Quite impressive. Just got to try and find a way to make this photogenic now. Maybe we'll try and go get closer to this stream here to maybe get a shot somewhere down here looking back towards the waterfall, using that stream as a foreground leading to the waterfall itself. So maybe somewhere here. Use this river to sort of lead the eye into the photo, straight towards the fall. It's quite wet and slippery, so I'll pop this away and I'll get my photo set up, and then once I've got it all framed up, I'll quickly show you, and then we'll get the shot, and then we'll get out of here. Sorry guys, I wasn't quite able to show you my compositions that I had set up. I've got 2 or 3 different photos there, a couple portrait orientation and a couple in the landscape, playing around with the exposure times to try and get the water movement the way that I wanted. Not sure what I preferred best. Honest, that was just a mad rush to try and get the photo, so I'm sorry I couldn't show you. It was just a battle against the weather. As soon as I set my camera up, it just started bucketing down, and it was a nightmare to try and keep rain off the lens while I was taking photos, and it was just a nightmare. But I think it's always hard to tell when you're in these conditions, but I think I got some shots, so you'll find out soon. I'll put those up for you. But I've got to get off this mountain because I'm freezing. I've got my full weatherproofs on, but I'm pretty sure that I'm soaked to the bone. Lucky it's only a small hike, because yeah, hypothermia would be a real risk. My hands are already numb. But yeah, so I'll put this away. I'll get moving fast, get the body nice and warm, get back to the car, and then it's time for a nice warm shower and a hot meal. So yeah, I'll chuck those photos up for you now. So hopefully you like it. A bit of effort went into getting them. And yeah, stay tuned for another video. I'm not sure where the next one will be, but yeah, it'll be coming soon. See you guys.